Right, the next issue we've got is my PDM is reading most of its information from an ECU, which is now not there anymore. We've got a distributor and a coil, so we got to use this ACC3 from AiM Sportline, and as you can see, you've got analog in one side, CAN on the outside, and this is going to convert our analog signals from our sensors to a CAN signal so that the PDM can read it. And this is a complete plug and play setup. One end plugs straight into the PDM's port, then you got the 4 sensor connections at the other end, and it really is as simple as that, literally plug and play. This is a combined pressure and temperature sensor for oil. You can see it's pre-labeled temperature and pressure. This is just a pressure sensor which I'm going to run into my Filter King fuel pressure regulator so I can read fuel pressure. And that's the data hub which you've seen me use plenty of times if you've watched the channel. It's just an expansion hub which you can plug into your PDM. I'm also running the LCU1S lambda controller, so we got wideband lambda to keep an eye on fueling. Right, just going to show you how easy it is to connect everything up, all the additional sensors and basically everything that I need to run this PDM setup with no ECU. So on the ECU stream up here, you can see where I was on a max ECU. Just click change ECU, click on AIM, and down the bottom here, RPM CAN converter. So this is my CAN converted RPM. You got RPM times 2, divide by 2, divide by 3 to make sure that you've got the correct signal coming through. So that's RPM sorted. You can see now it's flagged up these little like warning signals up there. I'll show you what that is in a minute. So that's RPM sorted. Now we need to add our CAN expansions, new expansion and ACC3. Once that's selected, you've got your 4 channels, and then we're just going to set each 4 of these up for each sensor. So you'd click on each one, say oil pressure, sensor type, AIM, and then ours is a 0 to 150 psi AIM sensor. Click how many decimal places you want it to, whether you want bar or psi, and basically that's it. Go through each one, match it to your sensor. So I've got oil pressure, oil temperature, fuel pressure and coolant temperature. I'm just demonstrating how you do it. I've actually already done all this on my current configuration. I also have the LCU1S, which is a wideband lambda, but this is basically what you can read off of the LCU1S lambda. So then now we've got some warnings up here because our oil temp and coolant temp is obviously, this was being read off of the ECU previously. So just to demonstrate that quickly, we go back to our CAN expansions and we set channel 2 oil temperature. Okay, so I've now set my channel 2 is oil temperature. So now if I go to my shift lights and I go to oil temp warning, click on that, and then from our drop down list it already shows us the ACC3. Click on that, you can click channel 2. I should have named that oil temperature instead of that, and then that would be easier to know what we're doing. Save that, and you can see our little warning signal has gone out there because that now knows where it's reading that warning from. Same thing with the display. So click on oil temperature, select ACC3 from down here, channel 2, and we've now got that reading from our CAN expansion. This is why it's important to name stuff properly. I can change the name of that here, down here, so that that says oil temp, but actually if I changed it back at the start Then when I come to my display, you can see it reads oil temp, and also when I go to select it, you can see it's oil temp over here. So that's why it's just easier to keep everything organized, like work from the start, name everything from the start, and then you won't get lost and confused. You can see it says it down here as well. And then RPM is main device. PDM, we've got it set to ECU, because our ECU is our RPM CAN converter, and then that's RPM there. So it now knows where it's reading RPM from. And then same deal with our lambda. You can see it's down here in this drop down menu here, LCU1S, and then you can pick whether you want lambda, AFR, that's lambda, temperature, and a diagnostics thing. So I like to have AFR, and then as you can see it's got that OLC1S AFR. We go back to our CAN expansions, we can just rename that AFR, save that, and then when we go back to our display, we've got AFR. Like I said, you can just change that down here if you want to, but that's the better way to do it.